Welcome to this new DIY engineering video. In this video I'll be going over the Raspberry Pi AI camera. Let's take a look. I really like the look and the feel. It comes with two cables for the standard typical ribbon cable and the one for the newer Raspberry Pi 5. It doesn't have autofocus, so you need to manually focus based on your application. This is the Raspberry Pi Cam Air 2, and this is the Raspberry Pi AI camera. You can see the difference. They're about the same size and footprint. You can see there's definitely a noticeable size and thickness with the overall camera module here. So we plug it up to our Raspberry Pi 5, plug the other cable in the camera, and we have it all hooked up. I'm gonna put it on my case. Check out the related video if you're interested in this case. Set up all the screws and we're good to go. Here are the specs from the Raspberry Pi website. This is the Sony IMX500 Intelligent Vision Sensor, and it comes with a neural network accelerator. It has 12.3 megapixels, a 78.3 degree field of view, and a 1.79 focal ratio. So let's jump right ahead into the Raspberry Pi. So we're gonna start by opening the command terminal and do a sudo apt update and sudo apt full upgrade. So then we're gonna have to install the IMX500 firmware, and that's gonna install all the required firmware and several neural networks and the IMX post-processing software. And right after that, we're gonna have to do a reboot. And then we're gonna have to install Python 3 with OpenCV to make sure we have the latest, as well as Python 3 Moncrief. Press Y. Now I made sure to create this Raspberry Pi AI Cam folder, and I'm gonna get this repository from GitHub, which will give me all the required files to use with the IMX500. So you can see it creates a folder, Pi Camera 2, it goes examples, and then it has all the typical plus the IMX500 examples. And this has different Python codes that you're gonna need to use the camera to the fullest capability of what it comes with default. Of course, you can then expand upon this. Also know that once you've made all the installation under the user share IMX500 models, you have all the models that comes by default that you can leverage 100%. So with that, let's run the MobileNet SSD, which is single shot detector, and you can see that it's detecting this banana. Went ahead and put this little rubber basketball, then it thinks it's an orange. So not awesome, but it works. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the IMX folder that I showed you, and we're gonna run now YOLO V8. You can see that it's detecting that banana and that mouse, but the camera's kind of blurry, so I'm gonna adjust that lens to make sure I get a much clearer image, and it does a little bit of a better job after I did that. But it performs, I like it better than the MobileNet SSD. But again, maybe I need to do some tweaking to get it working 100% perfect. So now I'm gonna do some post estimation. So here I have an image on my phone of some dude standing in front of the camera, and you can see the white sticks detects kind of his pose. He's detecting his legs and his arms, same thing with this other guy. And now let's check it with video on these tennis players, and it's detecting their legs, their arms as they move. It's kind of blurry, so maybe that's why it's not great, but I mean, it detects it pretty well. Seems to work well. So then finally, let's try some semantic segmentation, which basically assigns a class to every set of pixels on the image instead of the typical bounding box. So here, I mean, it's detecting my full arm, and it's saying all these pixels that are colored are part of the arm and the fist, instead of just putting a bounding box and saying arm, which seems to work pretty good. It's detecting part of my foot over there. So it seems to do a good job. Looks like it wants nothing to do with that banana. So I mean, overall, it seems to work really well. I'll have to work on it some more. I just got the AI camera, so I'll need to tinker with it some more and go from there. But anyways, this concludes the video. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.